Hi guys, welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. It's almost 2022, so you know what that means. We have to do a best of 2021 category. And the first one we're going to do is bourbon. So, I had a couple rules for bottles to qualify for this category. One rule was, it has to be a special release. It has to be something that is actually a 2021 bourbon. Special release. So, either has to be a single barrel that was put out in 2021, an LE, a limited release, whatever you want to call it. Had to be a 2021 only release. It also had to be good enough to me that I bought multiple bottles of it. And so I really narrowed it down to about 4 or 5 bottles in my collection that qualified for this category. And I narrowed it down to these 3 by tasting all 5 and playing with it. So we have Remus Repeal Batch 5. We have J. Henry & Son, the 2021 LE. And we have Yellowstone's 2021 LE. So the Remus is a blend of 13 to 16-year-old bourbons, all of them high rye. 5 different bourbons. We don't know if it's not 5 barrels. They put out too many bottles for it to only be 5 barrels. So it's 5 batches of barrels from 13 to 16 years old. So impressively aged, all high rye. The J. Henry & Sons, this is a blend of 8 different barrels, aged 6 to 11 years. So also pretty impressive in the age range. The Yellowstone is a blend of a 15-year-old bourbon and a 7-year-old bourbon. Obviously also multiple barrels to make this batch. And this one is finished in Amarone. So it's the only one of the 3 that's got a finish on it. And so that's going to should be pretty easy to pick out in this blind. So I had this blind. I had my son switch them all around for me, so I don't know what's what. And let's go. Let's see which one I think is the most enjoyable. There's a lot of ways to do this. You know, people talk about what's best, what's worst. Which one do you enjoy drinking the most? To me, that's all that matters. I don't care. I don't care if it's 16 years old, 20 years old, 5 years old. How does it taste? How much do I enjoy drinking it? That's the only question. So let's dive into number 1. We're going to nose all 3, then taste all 3, and then start narrowing this thing down. Wow. Absolutely lovely. That's jumping out of the glass. Tons of fruit. Tons and tons of fruit. And cream. Ooh. This one's got a little more oak to it. But also just absolutely bodacious. Ooh, this one's dark and crazy. Luxurious. All right, let's give it a taste. Oh, man. That's packing all kinds of vanilla and fruit and oh my gosh, amazing. Oh. This one's got a lot more rye to it. Oh, but that is good too. Dang. Rude. Oh my God. That one hurts me in my soul. It's got, oh, it's just got so much going on. Holy crap. Holy smoke. Wow. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know which one is which. I think this is the Yellowstone Amarone. This one's going to be the Remus, and this one's going to be the J. Henry. The Remus, what I think is Remus, I could be totally wrong and making a complete ass out of myself right now, but this one I get a lot of rye on. A lot of rye, a lot of oak. And I want to say this is the Remus. Now, this is absolutely a drinker. It's a drinker of a bottle. It's 100 proof. These are all pretty close. This one's 101, and the J. Henry is the only one that's a little higher at 66, so just over 120. So they're all relatively close in proof-wise, except for the Henry, which it's got a little more gas in the tank. Seriously, that is wrong. That is just wrong. Wrong. The Amarone finish on that, on the Yellowstone, outrageous. It's just outrageously beautiful. I've never had a bourbon finished in Amarone before this. So it's a unique tasting experience for a finished bourbon. But I'm sorry, I have to give the win to J. Henry. Let me double check. Let me make sure I'm not making a complete ass out of myself. Yep, I'm right. That's the J. Henry. That is the Remus. And that is the Yellowstone. The J. Henry is just outrageously good. And I happen to know that Joe Jr. and Nancy Fraley worked on this bottle for over 2 years. Blending, tasting, adjusting, getting it just right. And I got to tell you, they did an unbelievable job turning out a ridiculously good bourbon. I'm going to do, Kevin sent me a little sample bottle of the 2020 J. Henry LE, and I'm going to do a follow-up video to this with comparing the 2020 to the 2021 and see how they compare to each other. And wow, a young, small distillery just putting out outrageously good whiskey. It's really hard for me to wrap my brain around, but they definitely got some amazing things going, and hopefully some more amazing bourbon coming in the near future, and hopefully more distribution, because I need these on the shelf here in Florida, because I gotta have people send them to me. I've got to buy them from Chicago. It's a problem. It's a problem when one of your favorite bourbons is not distributed anywhere near you. So what are you gonna do? It is what it is. So my best bourbon of 2021 goes to the J. Henry 2021 limited edition anniversary blend. Wow. You know, it's funny, I got this bottle last week. So this jumped into my best bourbon category at the very last minute. And as soon as I tasted it, I knew that it had to go in this blind flight and see, how it would stand up against these other two blind. And unfortunately, because they're so different, it was easy for me to tell which one's which. So what are you gonna do? But which one is more enjoyable? Absolutely the J. Henry. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna do rye next. Best rye of 2021. So stay tuned. Until then, have a great day.